Hello, how are you? Welcome to week 2 of my Magical Readathon vlogs. So if you didn't catch last week's vlog that actually ended this morning when I'm filming this, I finished 4 books and I read a little bit in 2 more. Of the 4, one of them was not for Magical Readathon, but the other 3 were. So I finished Spy Family for Alchemy. It was the Q for Alchemy, Copper to Silver, continuous series. I read Spy Family Volume 2 and I finished that. And then for Restoration, I read the book for the prompt for the Distinguished, which was memory tests, random letter generator. Title begins with that letter. I got the letter L when I did that. So I read Lore Olympus Volume 2. So that is 2 books done. And then I also listened to the audiobook for Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss, which is for part of my Impling quest, kind of connect the dots thing. And that is also where one of my other books came in. I've started Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun, the third one. I think it's Jumps the Gun, for the Impling as well. And then I started Alana, the First Adventure, for the Q in Restoration, which is relocating pain, read in a different spot every time. And I started that in my car, so I cannot read in my car again. And what else? Anything else? Oh, I also started the book for the O in Restoration, which was Induced Sleep, Start a Book Before Bed, and I started Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. I was falling asleep, so I didn't read much, but I started it. I think I got 2% through. So today is Tuesday, August 8th. Like I said, I finished off the last vlog this morning with my 2 hours of study hall during some reading sprints. And so it is now already 3:30 in the afternoon because I did edit a video today, but I have 1 hour of restoration homework and 2 hours of alchemy on the schedule. If you don't know what the schedule is that I'm talking about, I time blocked and made a class schedule for all of my books for Magical Readathon. So I will link that video up above so you can watch it if you would like. And I have some reading to do. I'm probably not going to get all 2 hours of alchemy done today. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do an hour of restoration homework. I'm going to do a half an hour of Alana the First Adventure and half an hour of role playing by Kathy Yardley, just because I can't pick between the two. So I'm just going to do 30 minutes of each, and that will be my hour of restoration homework. And then for alchemy, I have Lord of the Rings. It's for the O in alchemy, Stone to Copper, first in a series. I have the Fellowship of the Ring on audiobook, and I have the physical. So I will probably be listening to the audiobook until my husband gets home while I do some cleaning up around the house. I haven't really done much today besides read and edit and take care of my puppy, which again, if you haven't seen any of my videos recently, or if this is like the first video you've ever seen from me, I just got a puppy last week, the week before. I've had him for about a week and a half. He is a 5-month-old golden doodle. He's actually right here on the floor, right there. But he's been having some tummy issues basically since we got him. It turns out that when we got him, he had full-on roundworms. He vomited up. Sorry, this is gonna get a little gross. If you are squeamish, you might want to just like skip ahead like 10 seconds. But he vomited up the adult worms. I took him to the vet last Tuesday. She said he had all the worm eggs in his stool sample. So she gave him some medicine and said it should kind of help and start fixing the problem. But then a few days, and he was fine for a few days, but then a few days after that, he started throwing up again. No more worms. We don't see anything in there, but it's mostly just food. But it's a little too frequent for comfort. So I'm not trying to be that person that calls the vet every time any tiny little thing happens to their pet, but he's thrown up 3 out of the past 4 days, and one of those days he threw up twice. So we're taking care of him. I've been kind of babying him today, making sure he's okay. He's mostly just been sleeping, but hopefully we can get that figured out before the end of this week. So I'll have some good news in this vlog concerning the puppy. But for now, I'm just going to do, like I said, some reading for restoration. I'm going to read half an hour of Alana and half an hour of role playing. And then I will check in, if not today, I'll check in with you hopefully tomorrow. So that's it for now. Okay, so it is now Thursday. I didn't actually get a chance to check in yesterday, but I think I left you talking about what I was going to read for restoration homework and alchemy on Tuesday. I ended up just reading Alana for the hour. So I got I think to page 60 or 70 in that. So that was my progress with that. And then I didn't end up listening to Lord of the Rings at all, so I completely missed that class. I skipped. I skipped a class already, this early in the semester, but that's okay. And then yesterday I used my commute not for Magical Readathon. I used it to finish up Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson. That was from last month, I think. Or was it even on a TBR? I don't remember. But I wanted to finish that up because my loan was going back to the library in a few days. So I just wanted to finish that. And then today I am going to start Lord of the Rings on my commute. So that will be starting, or what I'm doing for my Magical Readathon reading today. Sorry, my brain is a little. Update on Cooper. He did not throw up at all yesterday, so that's a win, and he has not thrown up at all this morning. And so because he didn't yesterday, we felt a little bit more comfortable using kibble, like little pieces of kibble, as rewards for training purposes, because we've had him for like 2 weeks now almost, and we haven't really been able to do much training because we weren't comfortable giving him treats because his tummy's been upset. So we've just kind of been like, hey, you can't do that, buddy. And he's not learning anything because there's no like positive reinforcement behind it. So it's exciting that we were able to kind of do some training with him between last night and this morning. Like, he's very smart, so he's already starting to pick stuff up just with that little bit. So that's exciting. He's been more active playing with his toys and stuff, so that's good. So yeah, I'm still gonna talk to the vet. She did call me yesterday, but I missed her call. She called at like 7:15 last night. Like, wow, that was late. But I am gonna try to call her again just to touch base with her, and see like maybe he was eating something outside in the yard or something that was causing his tummy to be upset. I have no idea, but we will figure that out. He got in his crate on his own this morning, so that was exciting. We were trying to train him to go in there. Like, we gave him his breakfast in there, and then after his breakfast, he did go in there. He got all 4 paws in on his own. He does this thing where he gets 2 paws in, and then his back legs just kind of hang out. But he got all 4 paws in on his own this morning, so that was good. And I guess that's it. That's all I got for you right now between my reading updates and my Cooper updates. But yeah, like I said, my plan for today for my reading, I didn't get any class time today, so I only have study hall. So I will be listening to Lord of the Rings on my commute study hall period. And yeah, so that's it. I probably won't check in again today because that's not super exciting, and I probably won't get too far, just because Lord of the Rings, I'm starting a new fantasy book, so there probably won't be too much going on that fast. But yeah, okay, so I will probably check in again tomorrow. Unless something really exciting happens tonight, then I will check in today. But that's it for now. So I figured I would just do another quick check-in on my break at work. I can't read anything for Magical Readathon right now because I don't have anything scheduled. But on my way to work, I listened to like the forward introduction and prologue, I guess, of Lord of the Rings. It was about 30 pages. I just paused and looked it up. So I listened to about 30 pages of the audiobook of Fellowship of the Ring. It's not really going too fast. I mean, again, you're not going to get much in the first 30 pages, but it was fun to listen to. And then I just read like 20-ish pages. Yeah, I read to page 18 of Nightshade, and we already got a... Okay, so I just got a call from the vet, so I had to answer that. But yeah, I read 18 pages of this so far, and we have already had the phrase, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding, and that's how you know that you are reading a real great YA novel. So we'll see how this goes. But I mean, so far, 18 pages in, it's not that bad. And I am interested to see where it goes. They're setting up an interesting story. It seems like it's going to be a good story, but I will obviously know more later when I've read more than 18 pages. But yeah, I just wanted to check in and let you know where I'm at for today. And then I'm going to be listening to The Lord of the Rings on my way home as well. So I'll probably get another maybe 30 pages listened to or whatever. So that'll be it for today, and I will check in again tomorrow after I've done some more reading. So I just sat down to start editing this video, and I realized that I never gave an update on Cooper. For those of you who are interested in his well-being, which is quite a few of you, thank you for being concerned. I said that I talked to the vet, but then I never explained what we ended up doing. So the last Thursday, when I did talk to the vet on the phone, he had thrown up again that day. So she ended up giving him some anti-nausea pills that he is taking the last dose of today, actually. And he got some special prescription food, and he hasn't thrown up since. And we went to the vet again this morning, and she said that everything is great. He's gained 4 pounds, which is really good because he was very underweight. And, she did her checkup, and she said that, she can't feel his hip bones anymore, and, he looks a lot healthier, and he seems a lot healthier. And then we got the second half of the deworming treatment to start giving him today, and then we just do one more check later and see how he's doing. So hopefully he's doing well. She said definitely keep an eye on him after we finish the anti-nausea medicine, just to make sure that that's not the only thing that was keeping him from vomiting. But he seems to be doing much better. He definitely has higher energy. He's definitely a lot more playful. So he's doing great. And just kind of cross your fingers and pray that once the nausea medicine is out of his system, he's still doing great. That's what we want. But yeah, so he's good. And that's the update on him for now. If anything else happens, it will be in next week's vlog. So stay tuned for that if you want more updates on Cooper. It is very bright and sunny out, so this lighting is kind of atrocious, but I am 162 pages into Lord of the Rings now, and I just wanted to make a quick comment about it before I go into work. I'm really enjoying it because the story is so familiar, and yet there's stuff there's so much in here that they cut out of the movies. So I love world building and learning characters as I go as much as the next fantasy reader, but there's definitely something to be said about a story that's already so comfortable but just getting more. So like, it's almost like when, so like they released the movies and then they released like the extended versions of the movies and everybody went crazy for these like 5 hour long movies. It's like that, only it's even more new stuff happening. And like, I get how people say it's slow, like I can understand that, but it's just such a comfortable story that I am having such a good time with it. Um, and all the people that recommended the, what's his name, Andy Sleekus version of the audiobook, I'm really loving it. Like, it's such a dynamic audiobook. It's really good. So if you're looking to read Lord of the Rings or listen to the audiobook, definitely do that version. And thank you to everybody who recommended it to me because you were right. It's really good. Um, but yeah, so I'm about a third of the way through now, and I'm really enjoying my time with this book. So I just thought I would check in and let you know. Like, I'm really, really loving it. It is August 14th. It's Monday, and I just wanted to do another quick check-in before work. I'm now 40% through Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and I'm still really enjoying it. I feel like I don't really have too much to say besides what I already said. Like, it's just a very comfortable story, but I'm getting more like little bits and pieces of it, and I'm just really loving that. Um, we just got through like a part that was completely out of the movie, with this character called Tom Bombadil, and the part with him was not quite as exciting, I guess. But now we're in the tavern, so like the Prancing Pony or whatever it's called. So we're meeting characters. It's just a very comfortable read, so I'm enjoying it. I haven't really made any progress on anything else. We were kind of busy yesterday between like stuff at the house. I had personal training, and we took Cooper on his first like actual walk. Um, we went to the park near our house to just kind of, with the expectation that he would not walk on the leash because he's been not great on the leash so far. But as soon as he got out of the car, because we were like, if it's a new area with new sights, new sounds, new smells, like maybe he'll be more interested. And that's what happened, is he, like, once he was like out of the car and kind of looked around and saw like, hey, this is different, um, he was very excited about his walk. So that's it for now, I guess. I'm off from work again tomorrow, so that's probably when the bulk of my reading is going to get done, and I think this vlog is going to go until, not Thursday, Wednesday, the 16th, because I'm doing 8-day vlogs. So yeah, tomorrow will be probably the bulk of my reading for this week. I have restoration homework, I have a 2-hour study hall, and I have alchemy. So hopefully I make some good progress tomorrow, but I just wanted to check in and say hello. It's been a couple days. But like I said, not much reading has really happened. Oh, I did read more yesterday. When I woke up yesterday morning, before I got out of bed, I read about a half an hour of Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. So I think like 6% through that now. And that is interesting because it's a romance, but it's between two like older characters. So the woman is 48 and the man is 50. So I've never read a romance with characters that age before. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see where it goes. But yeah, okay. So that is all the reading that I've done since I last checked in, I believe. So yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow probably. It is Tuesday today, August 15th, and I just thought I would give you a little reading update. So, yesterday when I got home, I had 30 minutes of elemental studies homework, and for that, I am reading Earth's Daughter, and I have the audiobook. So, while Cooper was outside playing, I just threw in one of my headphones and listened to 13% of that. It's only a 4-hour audiobook. I'm listening at 1.75 speed, so it didn't take long to knock out 13% of it. I don't know how I'm feeling so far. It's definitely paranormal because she's a witch, but of course she owns a bakery, so it's on brand for this channel. But just some of the ways that the author has written things seem a little weird to me, but I won't know until I get farther into it, of course. Um, and in 13%, we haven't really gotten much of a plot or anything. So I don't really have much to say about that one, but I did do some elemental studies homework yesterday. And now I am on reading sprints with Kim at Whimsical Narratives, and I have been reading Alana the First Adventure. This is the one that I have to read in a different place every time I pick it up. And I have to get a little creative because Mr. Cooper here didn't like it when I was laying on the floor. He kept trying to eat the book. But I've already read it in my car. I've already read it on this side of the couch. So I sat on the other side of the couch and read for a little while. And then I got up and did some other stuff. And then I sat on the floor in front of the couch. And he's a little bit more tired out now. So he didn't go for the book as much. So I don't know if I will be able to lay down and read it next. In a different spot, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative with where I read this because I'm only 86 pages, so I'm not quite halfway yet. And my reading chunks are smaller than I expected because if I didn't have Cooper, I would have just laid on the floor this whole time and just read and read and read because that's what I normally do on Tuesday mornings during Kim's sprints. Well, or edit or whatever. But like when I read, I do just sit and I read for all 5 of the sprints, which I can't do because he needs, attention and he wants to play and he likes to get up and go walk around. He likes to, sit for a treat, like whatever. Just like stuff that makes me get up and move, and then I have to find somewhere else to read. So, I think next sprint I'm going to try sitting on the floor over here instead. Oh, we're starting now. Over here instead and see if he'll still let me read because he is definitely snoozing right now. So I'm going to continue on with this. And this is during study hall. For the record, I have 2 hours of study hall this morning. So that's what I'm reading this for. And then this afternoon, I have an hour of alchemy homework. Nope, an hour of restoration homework, which I could also read this if I wanted to, or I might pick up role playing again. And then I have 2 hours of alchemy, which would be Lord of the Rings, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But that is my update for now. I am going to get back to reading. Well, I think Cooper is dreaming. He heard his name. Okay. I'm gonna go and get to reading. Okay, so like I said, I read on the floor in front of the couch this time, and I made it halfway through Alana, so that's not bad. Technically, I have 45 minutes left of my morning study hall, but it's also 11:50, so I don't know if I'm gonna kind of cheat and take it into the afternoon a little bit, or if I'm just gonna cut it here. Which I'm kind of leaning towards just cutting it here. I'm not super strict with myself on this time blocking. I'm enjoying it, but I also am concentrating more on making sure the puppy is happy and stuff. So if I cut reading a little bit short to give him his lunch, that's okay too. But yeah, this is just a reread for me. This was like one of my favorite series when I was a kid, so I'm really enjoying rereading it. It's very comfortable for me. So it's fun. So that's it for now. I don't know. Again, I have restoration homework for an hour this afternoon. I don't know if I'm gonna keep reading Alana. I'd have to find somewhere else to read it. Or if I'm gonna pick up role playing. But I will figure that out in a bit. Actually, for the rest of my study hall session, I might just throw on the audiobook for Earth's Daughter while I make lunch and stuff, and then that will bring me closer to my time for study hall to end. That sentence didn't really make sense. Hopefully you know what I mean. I'm getting a little tired. I was maybe falling asleep a little bit during that last sprint, but I'm gonna go make lunch. I guess I'm gonna listen to Earth's Daughter for a little bit, feed the pup, and then I will figure out what I'm doing this afternoon. I also need to edit a video, so yeah, I will update you when I figure out what I'm doing this afternoon. I just wanted to come here and close off this vlog. I finished Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead yesterday, so I did finish a book this week. I really didn't think I was going to, but I did at the last minute. At the, what do they call it, the 11th hour? I finished a book this week. So I officially have my Impling. Yay! Cooper's like, what are you doing? Yeah, so I have my Impling. I finished my books for my Impling, and then I just have to finish the books for my class, which the time blocking is really, really making me struggle with this because I have 2 books that I am reading for restoration, and I'm reading them with my eyeballs, which means it's going very slow. And we are now more than halfway through the month, and I am halfway through one of them and 6% through the other. And the only times on my time schedule that I have to read those books right now are Sundays and Tuesdays. Sundays are basically the day that my husband and I do whatever we're going to do. So I did not think that through when I made my time blocking schedule. But I mean, we're going to make it work. I'm just going to have to say, honey, my readathon is more important than you are. I need to read instead of hanging out with you. Which isn't going to happen. So, you know, Tuesdays is going to be my main reading time for that class. But I also made it 23% through Earth's Daughter. And as soon as I finish that book, that's going to open up my elemental studies period for me to use as a study hall. And then I will have more time to do restoration reading. So that's good. And I might be able to finish that off today because it's only a 4-hour audiobook. I'm already a quarter of the way through it. I'm listening to it at 1.75 speed. So my commute will probably knock that out today, honestly. But that's for next week's vlog because it is actually Thursday today, August 17th. I didn't get a chance to update yesterday, which is why I'm finishing this off today. But yeah, so that's where I'm at for this week. I'm over halfway through Lord of the Rings. I'm 23% through Earth's Daughter. I'm halfway through Alana. I'm 6% through role playing, and I have finished my Impling reading quest. I don't know what we're calling it, but yeah, so that's where we are standing at the end of week 2. I hope your readathon is going well. I hope you're getting all your reading done. Let me know if you did the time blocking thing because it's really throwing me for a loop, honestly, because I basically have like no time to read for restoration. My biggest class, I have to get a D between Wednesday and Saturday, like Wednesday through Saturday. I don't even touch those books. So let me know how you're doing. Let me know how it's going for you if you're doing the time blocking. And I hope you have a great day. And I will see you next time. Bye.